everybody, it's Cathryn. My project today is with one of the new bundles from the Mini Snowy Wonder. It's a really cute set. I love it. It has two types of snow globes and a whole. There's a little ski chalet, penguin, snowman, some snowflakes, trees, lots of stuff in there. All right. So what we need today. Well, first of all, the box measures 4.5 by 2 by 1/2. And in here, I've got a couple requests to make this box. Is one of the Ghirardelli 2-packs. These ones are caramel. I don't know. I've only ever seen them in caramel. I'm not sure if they make them in something else. I'm using this adorable ribbon. It is called Pom-Pom Ribbon. So it's Pool Party Pom-Pom Ribbon. I just love it. All right. So for this project, we need, you can get 2 of these out of every sheet of cardstock, and you can use 6x6 DSP if you want to. The cardstock measures 5 3/4 by 5.5. We need some basic white. We also need a base piece of basic white that's going to start at 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then we're going to cut just a little swoosh in it. You don't have to if you don't want to. You could just make it straight. All right, and then we need 2 pieces of brights. I think this is Coastal Cabana that are 4 by 1 3/4. All right, so let me get my Simply Scored. We're going to start on the 5 3/4 inch side. This is my host code. Please put that in for any purchases under $150, not including your shipping and tax. And also, there is a joining bonus right now. If you'd like to join my team, you get $155 worth of products, no shipping, for $99 plus tax. All right, so that's a pretty good deal, and then you can be on my team. All right, so we're going to start again on the 5 3/4 inch side. Score at 1/2, 4 3/4, and 5 1/4. Turn it to the 5 1/2 inch side and score at 1/2, 2 1/2, 3, and 5. All right, now I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. So how we have this, there is 1/2 inch rectangles on 3 sides and 2 at the top. And this is what we're going to be doing. All right, so I'm going to start over here, down here. We're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and then wedge the square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line and wedge this tiny little square. Okay, go to the last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. Okay, now I'm going to turn it around, and we're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the second score line, and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. And then we're going to take these 2 off. So we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and then take those off. Go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, cut off the bottom rectangle, and wedge both sides of that square. And then the last score line, cut it to the second score line, take off the bottom square, and wedge both sides of this one. And then we're going to take a corner rounder and round the corners of this top flap. And that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done. All right, we're going to take some tear-in tape and put it on what's left of this side of the skinny rectangles, the one that we wedged. I'm going to take the backing off with my Take Your Pick tool, and then I'm going to flip over the sides to meet. All right, so now this is our back. So just put that flap down before the front one. Okay, and then I'm just going to tuck in the back. I didn't cut out a little finger grip because I love how this looks on the back, so I just left it straight. Okay, now we need our 2 pieces of DSP. And we're going to put one on the front and one on the back, and these are 4 by 1, well, 1 3/4 by 4. Okay, now we need to do some stamping. And first we're going to take our piece of basic white that is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And I'm just going to start about a 1/2 inch down. And I'm just going to kind of slope it and then come down on the other side, just like that. All right. And first we're going to use Pool Party ink. And we're going to put the Let It Snow sentiment towards the bottom. Not all the way to the bottom, but towards the bottom. And then we need Garden Green. And we're going to do this larger tree. Let's put that over here. And then this small tree. And then we need basic black for our snowman. And there is accessories. You could put a candy cane in his hand or presents around him. And he has a hat, but I didn't do that this time. Okay, and then there are dies for all of these. So I'm going to cut them out. Okay, and then we only need, or I'm only using 2 Stampin' blends for the snowman. I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow on the right side on each section of him. And then I'm going to put a little shadow underneath the 2 top sections, okay? And maybe along the bottom of this one because it would be a shadow under there. And if I didn't say, this is light Pool Party. And then with dark pumpkin pie, I'm going to do his carrot nose. Okay, now we need our box. And I feel like I did this a little bit rough. So I'm just going to have that go down like that. And my daughter's dog is here. Okay, and then we're going to just attach this right over the bottom of the DSP with liquid glue. And then we're going to put the tree right here on the left, just touching the top of the snow, and the side is going off onto the cardstock that's over there. And I'm going to use DSP liquid glue for this. Okay, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of the snowman. And I'm just going to dab a tiny bit of glue on each hand, and I'll press them back. You really don't see it too much, but I don't want them to get caught. So I'm going to put him right in the middle, a little bit above the Let It Snow. And then just press his hands down so they don't come up. There we go. Okay, now this is a pretty quick and easy one too, once you get it all cut out and stamped. I'm going to take the Party Pompom Ribbon and tie a bow around the top. Okay, I'm just going to position it where I want it. Back's not twisted. I'm just going to trim them off. Okay. And I'm just going to put a glue dot behind the bow, just to keep that from sliding away. All right. And then for the final touch, I'm going to use some of our iridescent faceted gems, which to me look like nice little snowflakes. And I'm going to put a large one right here and a small one. Oh, I forgot something. I'm so sorry. With this tree, we're going to put a dimensional on this side. I'll probably put half of one on this side. And some liquid glue on this side. Just a little bit. And then we're going to have this tree off to the right. And just push it down so that it adheres to the snowman. Okay, now I'm going to pick up this one if I can and make it a little bit lower. Yeah. All right, I'm going to put the small one right here. Big one here, small one here, and then another small one up top above the snowman. And that's it. Hope you like it. If you have any questions, my email and all of my links to my Facebook group, my shop, and my blog that has all the directions written out. All right, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.